Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Little Game Helper, the show where we take a look at awesome tabletop games and help you find your next adventure. Today's game is Kids on Bikes, a role playing game that asks you one simple question: what are you doing after school? If your answer was riding bikes with my friends, exploring the woods, and convincing ourselves that the old abandoned house was definitely haunted, then congratulations. You've already been training for this game. So grab your backpack, check that your flashlight has batteries, and whatever you do, don't split up. Actually, it's a role playing game. Do whatever you want. What is Kids on Bikes? Kids on Bikes is a collaborative storytelling RPG where everyone plays ordinary kids living in a small town. No legendary heroes, no chosen ones, no mighty wizards. You're just kids. Well, mostly just kids. Maybe you're the class brainiac. Maybe you're the school troublemaker. Maybe you're the new kid in town. Maybe you're the star athlete. Or maybe you're the one who insists that the strange lights in the woods are probably nothing. Spoiler alert, they're never probably nothing. The setting. One of the coolest parts of Kids on Bikes is that your group creates the town. Together, you decide everything. Is there an old carnival outside of town? A creepy forest? Maybe an abandoned factory? A mysterious lake where everyone swears they hear strange noises? How about that one teacher who somehow knows everybody's secrets? Before the adventure begins, your group has already built a town that feels alive. And because everyone helped create it, everyone also cares about it. The characters. Every kid has strengths and weaknesses. Maybe you're a really smart but terrible at sports. Maybe you're fearless until someone mentions spiders. Yuck. Maybe you're great at making friends. Maybe you're really good at sneaking around. Every character feels different without needing hundreds of special powers, because the real superpower is friendship. Okay, and maybe a baseball bat. Sometimes friendship needs backup. Solving mysteries. Most adventures begin with something strange. A kid disappears. Lights appear in the woods. Animals start acting weird. The old radio broadcast voices that shouldn't exist. So your group starts asking questions. Adults don't believe you. The police are too busy. So naturally, your group of 12-year-olds decides they're the best detectives available. And honestly, sometimes they are. Working together. Kids on Bikes isn't about winning battles. It's about solving problems. You'll search for clues, sneak into places that are definitely not supposed to be in, ride your bikes across town before sunset, and come up with plans that sound absolutely ridiculous until somehow they work. Well, sometimes they work. The rest of the time, they involve you running away really fast. The powered character. One of the most unique ideas in Kids on Bikes is the powered character. It's a mysterious character controlled by the entire group. Maybe they have incredible psychic powers. Maybe they escaped science experiments. Maybe they're an alien. Or maybe they're just really, really weird. The important part is that everyone shares control, making them feel like a true member of the group instead of one of the player's special hero. And yes, someone will eventually suggest using their powers to get free pizza. It's inevitable. Running the game. If you're the game master, don't worry. You won't need huge battles every session. Sometimes the most exciting adventures start with something simple: a missing dog, a strange footprint, a radio transmission, a bicycle found lying outside the road with no rider in sight. The mystery slowly grows until everyone realizes something much bigger is happening. That's where Kids on a Bike really shine: the suspense, the mystery, and the excitement of discovering the truth together. Why we love it? Kids on Bikes captures something special. It reminds us what it felt like to be kids when every empty lot was an unexplored kingdom. Every storm drain hid monsters. Every abandoned building was full of secrets, and every bicycle could take you anywhere. Well, anywhere your parents said you weren't allowed to go. So, who should play Kids on Bikes? Well, if you enjoy stories like Stranger Things, E.T., The Goonies, Stand By Me, or Super 8, or if your group likes mysteries, exploration, and storytelling more than constant combat, Kids on Bikes is definitely worth checking out. It's easy to learn, encourages creativity, and creates unforgettable stories, especially the ones that begin with, "I dare you to go in there." Those stories never end quietly. Some final thoughts. Kids on Bikes proves you don't need magic, swords, or giant dragons to have an amazing adventure. Sometimes all you need is a bike, some good friends, a flashlight, a backpack full of snacks, and just enough curiosity to ignore every bad decision your common sense is trying to save you from. Because the best stories usually start with, "Let's go see what that noise was." So that's it for today's episode of The Little Game Helper. If you've played Kids on Bikes, I'd love to hear about your favorite mystery, your bravest kid, or the moment you carefully made a plan that only immediately fell apart. Until next time, keep rolling dice, keep telling stories, and remember, if the old abandoned house has a sign that says keep out, that's probably where the adventure is.